Hello guys, this is Godson of scentfarms, and today we're going to be discussing an interesting topic for those newbies who are intending to go into rabbit farming. The biggest mistakes are what we are going to list and explain right here on this episode. I'm going to split this episode into two. I'm going to be listing three mistakes newbies make, newbies that are intending to go into rabbit farming. The first one is going to be the lack of information. Now, newbies tend to hurry into, not all newbies anyway, but most newbies tend to hurry into executing their plan, not taking their time to actually do their proper research and proper planning before they start a farming activity. In this case, we're talking about rabbit farming. Now, with this new age that we are in, where information is available at the snap of your fingertip, just a click, you're already in the internet. There's information everywhere in the internet, and all around you is full of information. But still, one still needs to take out his proper time to do a research about rabbits. If you want to go into rabbit farming, there's no need to rush into it, actually, so that you don't rush out of it. If you rush into it, you rush out of it, because you're going to be faced with lots and lots of challenges that are going to be new to you, that you're not aware of. Trust me, you're definitely going to face challenges in rabbit farming. Now, some of the informations you want to gather before you start the rabbit farming is going to be, you want to know about the characteristics of rabbits, what they eat, what alternative can you get to feed them in cases where certain feeds is not available. What are the options that you have? So you want to get all that at hand. And if you're planning on going into the commercial scale of rabbit farming, first of all, you want to do your market survey. You want to find out in your locality if rabbit is going to be welcome, and at what state is it going to be welcome. Is it going to be welcome as meat, or is it going to be welcome as pets? Or probably you have the textile industry in your locality, then you'll be looking at the fur production or the hide production aspect of rabbit farming. So you want to get all that information at hand, their diseases, their sickness. I've done a video on that, so you want to go back to the gallery and check and get yourself informed as well. Now, going to the second mistake that most newbies make is the fact that they tend to put the cart ahead of the horse. What do I mean by that? They tend to envisage their profit margin before going into rabbit farming, and by the time they start, they're already in the process of farming, and they are not getting what they've envisaged to get from the process. That is why you find most of them falling halfway the rabbit farming and incurring losses and just ignoring the whole process, because they prioritized the wrong thing. Trust me, the profits will come, but you have to pay the price. You have to stock first, then gradually you increase your stock, make yourself known to the market, preach the gospel. You have to do a lot of work. You have to put in a lot of work, and in doing this, you are also paying the time. It takes time. Yes, there's no shortcut into it. It takes a lot of time, because farming, it's a process. You have to pay the time, pay the care, the attention. Financially, you have to pay as well, which means you have to invest into them. So it requires all that, and especially the time. So you have to be able to pay the time, go through the process, then and only then will the financial profit, the recognition, and all that, the social profits, social gains, and all that will come in. Now, the third mistake most newbies make is going to be the fact that at the initial stage of stocking, they tend to stock too many rabbits. Now, one of the things that can encourage such mistake is the fact that probably they have enough resources, enough financial resources to stock that number. So, but don't, even if you have the resources, don't be carried away, except you are going to be hiring the services of an experienced rabbit farmer to look over those rabbits for you. And secondly, probably you've gained some experience, maybe working under a certain rabbit farm. You've gained enough experience, then you can come and start your own rabbit farm, then and only then you can stock large. But what I will advise for a beginner who just wants to start rabbit farming, I will advise you stock 2 does and a buck. You want to start with that because rabbits are prolific in nature and their gestation period is very, very short. What this actually spells out is that with your 2 does and your 1 buck, within 3 months your whole farm can be overpopulated and you run out of space because they can mass produce themselves within a very short period of time, except you control that production rate. So with 2 does and 1 buck, you are good to go. That way you can gradually increase your stock, learn along the process, then you gain more experience in handling and caring for the certain number that you are aiming at. So these are the 3 mistakes newbies tend to make when going into rabbit farming on this episode. In the second episode, I'm going to be dealing with the other 3, and I hope you find that video on mistakes that newbies tend to make when going into rabbit farming. Until I come your way next time on the next episode, my name remains Godsent of Scent Farms. Cheers, guys. Bye bye.